Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We are playing this Tengu Summoner of Gozag just for funsies. No tournaments or anything. And we just got about half the way through there. I was looking at my inventory here, and I noticed I'm carrying around all these items that just like... all these weapons that looked cool until I found this awesome flail, and now I don't want them at all. And I seem to be carrying around a bunch of needles, but I don't have a blowgun. There isn't any in the game, right? Yeah, okay. Wasn't there something nasty that happened upstairs in Lair earlier that I should remember to avoid? Maybe leave myself a note about? Oh yeah, level Lair 2 looks a little nasty. I don't remember exactly what was wrong, but I'm just going to leave a note saying to remember not to... Huh? That was interesting. When I hit exclamation, I did that, and now the exclusions aren't red anymore. That's really interesting. I bet I could file a bug about that, because they totally should be. It's forgotten about the exclusions temporarily. Interesting. Anyway, it doesn't really matter at the moment. That's shoals, which we don't want to go to, but this is stairs. Go. Okay. Summoner. I keep getting this confused with other games that I played recently. Like, I don't have Ozkubu's armor, even though I would like to, and I briefly can convince myself that I do. And I'm training up translocations because I just picked up Blink. Great. New book is nice. Book of... oh, look at that! What was I just talking about? I was talking about this spell right here, Ozkubu's armor, which we didn't have, but now we do have. Can't really cast it right now, but it's something that I look forward to casting. I don't know. This guy might wear sort of heavier armor, perhaps, but for the moment I'm not, and Ozkubu's is as good as I'm going to get. So that's cool. Black Mamba, huh? Wow, he bit me pretty hard on that one turn he got. A new wand. Okay, nothing too exciting, sadly. And another new book. Book of Dreams? What do I want with a Book of Dreams? I guess Shadow Creatures is the main thing, right? Like, that's a pretty good spell. Did I already have that somewhere? Nope. Cool. Right, I have Summon Forest is the one I already have. Shadow Creatures is arguably a lot better. But I don't know. I mean, I just don't really understand how to use Summon Forest. I think it's probably a good spell if you know how, like, to apply it. There are not a lot of spells that are total junk. I think there are like some, but they try to remove those, like, or fix them. Like Gel's Gravitas has gone through an awful lot of revisions and is still total junk, but they're trying. And, you know, they... oh, a blowgun. They also try to remove spells that are too good, or, like, fix them somehow anyway. Like, Singularity was a very short-lived spell. Because it was quite strong, and it didn't really make sense with the whole rest of the translocation school. Like, all of the translocation spells are about, like, moving stuff around, basically. And then there's Singularity, which is just like, oh, do a ton of damage. Cool. I don't remember if any monsters still have Singularity. I know players don't. But I think you can maybe have Panlords get Singularity still. I feel like I'm training a few too many things here. I don't know, it's fine. I'm clearly, yeah, I'm spread a little thin, but I think I'll be all right. There's nothing I'm like desperate to get online except maybe Blink, and I think I'll be fine on that account, even if I get some other stuff online first. Smoking rapier. I think not. Oh, I have remove curse now. That's nice. Is there anything else I want to try on before I remove this leather armor? No. So one thing that that I did in between, not the last video, but like the last time I played this character, which as I mentioned was like, I think over a month ago. And now is, I started a hyper account, which is not like a thing within the game of Crawl itself. There's no like rules. So an account named Hyper Amaloy, right? So it's clearly belongs to Amaloy, right? But has Hyper in the name. And there's sort of a tradition, I suppose, of or a custom. I'm not sure which one is the right word here. But if you make an account whose name starts with Hyper, you are only supposed to, and again, remember that Crawl itself doesn't know anything about these rules. You can do whatever you want. But like, you know, in the Crawl community, a hyper account means you always play totally random characters. You start the game and you press like exclamation point, pick a random combo for me, and then you play it. And win or lose that game, you start a new random. Your next character is another new random one. So I've only played. Ow! I gotta get out of here. Actually, I've only played 2 games on my hyper account so far. They both got like middling success. I had an Ogre Fire Elementalist who I actually took a Faded Altar for the first time ever, and I was hoping, like, I mean, how many gods would really be awful for an Ogre Fire Elementalist, right? Not very many. I thought. And, you know, the bonus piety sounded nice. So I tried it, and I got Pakelus, who is a new god, added to the game in Trunk. So he's not in the latest stable release, which is 0.17. But assuming like nothing disastrous happens to him, he'll be in 0.18. And he's like the god of inventiveness. I mean, he's basically an attempt to be all about using wands and rods. So evocations, kind of the same as Nemelex, except not about cards. Where Nemelex just showers you with cards and makes them stronger. Pakelus, I gather, is supposed to be more about using the evocables you already have rather than giving you more of them. And so from what I hear, he's pretty strong so far. You know, he's going through a lot of rapid changes while people are testing him out. But the problem that I had with him was that the main thing Pakelus does, well, I mean, you don't regenerate magic points naturally when you worship Pakelus. Instead, you get them back when you kill monsters. And so he sort of makes your MP into a strategic/tactical resource. I mean, I guess it's already a tactical resource, so he makes it strategic, kind of. But it seems to me like it's kind of like another kind of piety meter when you're with Pakelus. And I mean, the stuff he does is pretty strong. You are typically perfectly happy to spend your MP on it, but as an ogre fire elementalist, I had invested a lot of points into, or a lot of experience, I should say, into magical skills, and eventually, of course, ogres are going to be great at killing stuff with like a giant club. That's like the ogre specialty. But at that point in the game, I was very reliant on my spells to kill stuff, and it's like, oh, you spent 10 mana to kill this guy, have 1 MP. And I did not really have an alternate form of killing things online. And I just sort of gradually bled out, ran out of damage, and died. I don't know, I think I made it like level 10 or something. I don't know if I made it to lair or what. Maybe just late dungeon, I don't know. And then I played a Troll Venom Mage and I found a Kybriato's altar on Dungeon 1, which like I love Kybriatos. I feel like I play him well. And my win rate with Kybriatos is quite high. And I don't know, like, I was getting a ton of good consumables, and I got a few good spells online, because with Kybriatos you can... This is a little nasty. Even a troll can cast spells with Kybriatos, right? But I don't know, I wasn't quite keeping up with the power curve that you need to stay alive. And when I tried to go runing, like, Snake was really hard. I almost died in Snake. Swamp was kind of tough. I made it down to Swamp 4. And I could just barely kill Hydras, and, I found some Swamp Dragon armor, so I finally got poison resistance, which helped a lot. But I didn't give the Lernaean Hydra quite enough respect, and he got 2 turns in a row when I didn't expect him to, and he killed me. That's actually my first death ever to the Lernaean Hydra, which, ugh, I don't appreciate. So those are the two games I played on my Hyper Amaloy account. And I'm, on the one hand, like, I'm looking forward to getting back to that. I think I started the account because it seemed like it would be a fun challenge, and I miss the CSDC sort of specific challenge runs that I discovered playing Crawl Sudden Death. It's like, hey, play this in such a character that someone else decided for you, and try to do these extra things along the way. And it sort of solved my question of, like, what do I play next? And provided a fun source of challenge. It's it feels good to take a character that I didn't really pick and be good enough of a player to win it, I suppose. And so I'm hoping that if I can ever win a dang account on Hyper Amaloy, I will feel similarly. All right, there you go. Go get him. All right, so it looks like we got Hydras under control. I wonder if I need more, like, spell casting. Nah. Still got plenty of food. Rupert. I don't like Rupert one bit. How are we for teleport? Not good, but not awful. I don't have any Evo or skill, right? Yeah. I guess I could dunk him in the water. Let's back up behind this so I can't get paralyzed, and then try flying away. Yeah, he paralyzed my Shadow Imp, but not me. And how are we going to get away? North, I guess. Yeah. What was I talking about? Hyper Amaloy, maybe? I don't know. I was looking forward to getting back to it. But I also... I'm perfectly happy to finish this character, too. I don't want to leave this just dangling forever. And I have, like, not the best win rate with TeSu. They seem like they ought to be pretty okay. They have great offense, and their defense is fairly poor. But you should be able to, I would think, like mostly just avoid getting hit. I don't know. And you know, the common wisdom is that being able to kill things is more important than defenses, because like monsters that are dead don't do any damage, right? So in that sense, like TeSu seem like they ought to be pretty good, and I must just not quite know how to play them, I guess. I mean, I've won one, obviously. I've won some of everything, but yeah, let's just let the summons handle this. But I get like a TeSu off the ground, and to the point where it seems like most characters, if I were to do that well with them, I would basically be assured to win, and then I die, like, and it's a big shock to me. Bunch of wolves. Like, I think I had a TeSu die. I think it was a TeSu it was in depths. After picking up 3 runes. And it was the first time in over a year that I have died after getting 3 runes. And I mean, it's not like I was going to extend it even. I was just trying to win the game. And I underestimated how quickly the Enchantress and her crew were going to deal damage to me. And I just got, you know, they wiped the floor with me. And that's the kind of thing that can happen as TeSu. Like, you feel fairly strong, because you are, but your damage avoidance is spiky, and like a Spriggan Air Mage bypasses it completely because it's doing unavoidable damage with Airstrike, and you're flying, which makes Airstrike do more damage. So like, obviously I deserved this death because I did not really think about how tailored Spriggans are to killing specifically TeSu. It seems like everything they do is designed to counter your, or at least Spriggan Air Mages, to counter all the defenses you're used to having. So, you know, I should have basically treated them as an emergency when I first saw them, instead of just sort of casually tabbing away for a while. And then I misprioritized my escape options, I think is what happened. When I did realize I was in lethal danger, I did things in the wrong order. Blech. I don't like descending too much. Alright, I guess if I back off here, only a couple things. Whoa, hey, no, don't come here. Okay, I gotta get out of here. Oh my gosh. Help! Okay, I think I've got enough space now that I can start, like, putting down some... Start up the tower defense game. Yeah. Now we're not quite so much out in the open. And we've got time. There we go. All right, so that, fighting just 1 or 2 of those guys was not such a big deal. But when we walked into a pack of them together with a druid, that was just too much. Ooh, stone arrow. That hurts. And then there's this elephant coming. Oh, I bet he summoned the elephant. Not summoned. They have a kind of cool spell that finds an animal that was elsewhere on the level and teleports it to like just outside your line of sight, so that it seems like they're summoning it, but they're not actually creating monsters. Which is, I think it's kind of fun. It's not quite like Ironbrand Convoker's Convoking, and it's themed specifically to animals, but it's a good way to increase the density of threats, to make the floor more dangerous to players without increasing the total number of monsters, right? Like you have, instead of a bunch of areas with just, say, a threat level of 5, you have one area with a threat level of 15 or whatever, and that's fun. It's good. It adds difficulty to the game in a way that seems interesting to me. Anyway, that's where I think that elephant came from, because I know I hadn't cleared the whole floor, but I had cleared like the area behind me pretty well, and it would be a little surprising if an elephant turned up right then. Whereas one being called by a Spriggan Rider would make total sense. Not Spriggan Druid. Would make total sense to me. This is way, way too many guys. I really need to get out of here. But also, the Spriggans and the wolves can outrun me even when I'm flying. So this is where, like, Tengu fragility is suddenly a concern. Oh, what do I do? None of this looks that good. Like, the File Floods could slow him down a little. But... There's 3 Spriggans. I feel like if it were just the 3 Spriggans or just the 4 Death Yaks, this would not be a problem. The Spriggans I could kill, and the Death Yaks I could run from. But I don't think I can run from the Death Yaks and kill the Spriggans, is the problem. And the wolves are, kind of the same as Spriggans, in that I could probably kill them but not run from them. I mean, I could read a scroll. Obviously, the only useful one I really have is teleportation. Immolation, strikes me as playing with fire, so to speak. Teleport isn't necessarily going to get me anywhere better. Do I just try to run away from everything? The Spriggans will catch me and beat me up a little, but where are the stairs? Way down there, huh? I could try running away till I get to somewhere defensible, like here. And then stop and fight the Spriggans, and the Death Yaks will catch up, but I'll maybe be okay. Doesn't seem like a very good plan, honestly. Potions of Brilliance and Might. Maybe if I'd taken them earlier, but they're not much use right now. Any spells I'm forgetting about? Blink is cool, but not useful now. It's as likely to plunge me into danger as pull me out of it. Alright, let's just walk away a little and see what happens. So this Spriggan has a spear. Those two don't. Yeah, the wolves are catching up too, nipping at my heels. But I think the speed gap between us is small enough that I seem able to... I mean, they're substantially faster, but not so much that I can't get away. Like, I can get back to here. And then they're going to have trouble getting as much surface area on me. Oh, that was a bad time to miscast. See, now, like, only the wolf and the one Spriggan rider can reach me with a spear. And I mean, they're going to keep pouring in, and it's going to be a bit problematic, but now I could use, like, a File of Floods or something, maybe. Wow, I didn't realize File of Floods was so loud. A bunch of stuff just started barking and howling, and... Oh... A Hydra. Alright, well... I was thinking... Where did all this... Oh, it's just one wasp and then some death yaks. I just saw the Ys. And, I was thinking we, like, clearly have to teleport from this, but I don't know. I could just go back to running away. Run past the Hydra, perhaps. After hitting some of this stuff a bit more. We've taken care of the fast threats, though, except for, like, there's one, maybe two Spriggans left, and the Spriggan's about to die. What if I told you guys to kill this Spriggan, please? I'm gonna back off now. Yeah, you guys seem to have that under control. Alright, the Hydra got one attack off on me. And we seem to have killed some more stuff while I was running away. That's cool. But now I've got enough distance that I can use my flight and Gozag's gold distraction. Speaking of Gozag, I need to remember that I have Potion Petition. That could have been quite handy there. Like even a Potion of Magic or something would have helped a lot. I managed just fine without it, but you know, the point of having a god is that you get these, like, great abilities. Alright. Rupert. Well, let's duck around the corner. Maybe he won't see us. He has seen me. I don't think I can really kill this guy. And if I try to fight him, I could get paralyzed or confused and be, like, totally at his mercy, and then he would kill me. So I think I have no choice but to teleport. What am I keep, like, something's going wrong in my head where I feel like, oh, I could just try to fight him, and then if I die, it'll be okay. Like I've been playing some other game where dying is okay. I don't remember that happening, though. I'm not sure what the deal is. But we certainly don't want to die. That's not part of our part of the plan today. Okay. You know, maybe we just don't do layer 8 right now. Go up to orc. I think that's probably the safest option. It often is. I often feel strong enough that I don't necessarily feel like I have to do the strongest, most optimal thing. But layer 7 and layer 8 are both kind of a problem here today. So yeah, let's just go to orc. I haven't even found orc. Look at that. Where does this staircase go? It goes here. That's fine. What is all this stuff that I excluded? Hydras and elephants, maybe? Yaks. I excluded yaks. Huh. I guess whatever. Oh, and the hydras are awake anyway. Let's just clear the exclusions. Maybe we can finish exploring this area. There's a lot of stuff in here, though, huh? There we go. That's a nice spot for the lightning spire. I can see it, and it can see my enemies, but it's not like in the path between us. I'm happy with that spot. Let's just tab this guy. Getting kind of close to 14 maces and flails, which is where I would like to be, of course, for my weapon. All right, back to the dungeon, and that's plenty of footage for this video, I think. We didn't finish lair like I was hoping we would, but we have finished lair for the moment. We have deferred the lair. So next video, we're going to go a little deeper into the dungeon, go looking for orc, and hopefully we can just do all of orc in that video too. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.